Hello, hello, wealth friends. Hello, wealth friends. It is the phenomenal Lauren G. Wealth, and welcome, guys, to episode number 2 of the Wealthcast group therapy. So, I'm going to be here by myself today. No guest, no guest. On my second show, already no guest. I think my third show may have no guest as well. And then I have a guest for my fourth show. Group therapy, I want to be talking to you guys anyway. Guys, I am I'm a life coach. And I teach in the area of wealth and health. And I also talk about personally developing yourself. So today is going to be a personal development segment. Man, we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. It's unavoidable. I'm looking off because I got to say this right. It's unavoidable that we have to talk about this topic. It's unavoidable. We're not going to avoid it. We have to talk about it. Everybody's talking about it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about George Floyd. I had to pull up my notes there. I had to pull up my notes. We're going to talk about George Floyd. We're going to talk about how I feel as a black woman. We're going to talk about how I feel as a human being. Um, we're going to talk about it. And I want you guys to make a discussion below as well. Below, whether you're listening to the podcast, whether you're watching the video, whichever way you're taking in this media, I want to have a conversation below. I have some thoughts on this subject. I have some real thoughts on this subject, and I want to share them with you. I was talking to my cousin about this the other night. I was saying that my sister called me and she was very upset. And the day before, my cousin was talking to me, he was very upset. And both of them said to me basically the same thing. You don't seem as upset. You seem a little zen. You seem very like okay. And I said, I'm not okay. I'm angry, right? But I have a lot of stuff to do. I'm not going to sin. I'm not going to miss. I have a lot of stuff to do. I'm not going to miss the point. In the Bible, it says, be angry and sin not. But don't miss the point. You could be upset all you want, but don't miss the point. Let's go forward. George Floyd's death was senseless. I have not watched the video. I refuse to watch the video. So nobody asked me to. Nobody linked me to. I'm not watching. I'm very careful about what I watch. I'm not watching. Um, so many things. I don't believe I'm going to be saying some of the same things that others are saying about this. I did watch a video from Jada Pinkett Smith, where she was. I'm going to be more on her point than I believe anyone else's. I have watched a few people talk about it. I've watched a lot of white people rant. I've watched a lot of this stuff, and I believe the world is becoming, and the world is done with this old way of doing things. It's done with this, and it's moving on to something better. I do believe that. One of the things that Jada said was that we had to remember to keep it together as a people and keep moving forward in a positive manner. We cannot allow ourselves to get caught up in negatively facing these negative things and driving ourselves deeper into into like an insanity, or she didn't say insanity. I believe that we're driving ourselves deeper by reacting with riots and things like that. We're driving ourselves deeper into scatteredness, which is insanity to me. We're not focused anymore. We're scattered. We're looting. We're doing something temporary to show that we're angry and upset We're beast moding, as it were. We're beating our chest like we're King Kong. We're beating our chest like we're King Kong. You see that? Do you hear that? Do you hear what I'm saying there? You hear that? When Obama got in office, black people all over the world were so excited about Obama becoming the head of a world power. A black man. Who'd have thunk it, right? This black man, I mean, he comes off as black. He's recognized as black. No one would call him a whitey, right? No one would do that, right? We got so focused. We became so proud. Our children started wanting to graduate from college and high school. Pride began to run amok. We began to, as a community, do better because Obama was telling us, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And we were doing it. So there began to be during the Obama administration a large amount, a gregarious, is gregarious the word? I'm going to look that up while I'm talking. I believe gregarious is the word, a gregarious amount. I'm going to define it. I'm not going to sit up here and try to use big words with you guys and not be using them correctly. Gregarious is not the right word. Fond of company, sociable. Jesus. What word am I looking for? It wasn't gregarious. It was um a lot. We were very proud and we were we were doing what we felt we were meant to do, right? We were getting on purpose. We were focused. So what they started doing was putting a large amount. That's what I was trying to say. We were putting a large amount of fear-based media out. I never in my life, not that it's not happening every day, it's happening every day, but I never in my life saw so much media coverage on black people being killed in the streets by cops, by police officers. I never saw. This has been happening. This is nothing new. This has been happening for years and years and years and years and years. But I never saw it televised as much as when Obama was in office. It was televised on a regular basis. So there was this large amount of videos capturing police officers killing black men and boys. Um, this is something that's been happening. But what it did was what it's doing now with George Floyd. There are riots happening everywhere. People are looting, tearing stuff up, robbing banks, uh, burning down police stations. All of this is happening right now because now as a people we become angry and hurt and scattered once again. Not that this is something that isn't happening every day. It was just televised. And this is the way I feel about it. Black people hear me. Black people hear me. This is what I have to say about that. Black people hear me. You think that you are in control while you are rioting, but you're not. The mob mentality is the easiest mentality to control. Hear me out. Hear me out. I hear you shouting me down. I hear you shouting me down. The mob riot mentality is the easiest to control because in the end, the Coast Guard is going to come in. They're going to take back over the city, right? They're going to put people in jail. They're going to whoop people, spray them, tear gas them, and they're going to put you back in your place. But they're not going to put you back in your place. They're going to put you in a deeper, darker, more scattered place, a place of hatred, hurt, confusion. And that place is where you're really controlled, where you really know you cannot win. When you riot, when you're a part of that riot mob, that's what happens. You get put back in your place, but it's not your place. You were in a better place before you went out and joined the mob mentality and you went out and joined the riot. You were in a better place. You're in a place of more opportunity. You take opportunities from yourself in so many ways by being a part of a riot. You remove opportunity. Yes, it's being heard, it's being voiced, it's being seen. Yes, but is this the way to heal the land? Is this the way to heal the land? Of course, this isn't the way to heal the land. Mm-mm. We need healing. We need healing. We need change. We need change. And no, I'm not upset with the people who are rioting. Mm-mm. Not in the least bit. I understand. I understand the the pure angst, the hurt, the fear. Hmm. I understand it. I hear it. I feel it. So no, I'm not upset. I'm not saying anything negative about the rioters. I'm saying this is not the way to go. What are we to do? What are we to do to protect ourselves if not to be violent? That's what our own country does. When we want to go out and change something in the world, we go to war. We start taking lives to get our point across. We take livelihoods. We shut down whole nations to get our point across. It's not, so it's not, you know, a, it's not something that wasn't learned. It was definitely taught that, hey, let's go tear some stuff up if we want to get our point across, right? It's not going to be the ultimate way. This is part of the movement into becoming. Everything is not going to be, when I talk about the world is becoming and the world is going to be a better place, I am not saying that there would never be bad things that happen and that nothing negative will ever happen, nothing scattered will ever happen. That's not true. This is all a part of the world becoming so much better. Us coming to a place that'll be much, much better. But people like me have to speak up. People like those rioters will riot. And I speak up and I say, take full control of your life. Take full control of your life, and what you have to do. That's why when my cousin and my sister came to me and they were so hurt and angry and upset and tearful and just remembering all the bad things that happened to them and associating with cops and being black in America. I said, they said, you're so zen, you're so quiet. I said, I can't lose focus. I can't lose focus because I'm going somewhere, and where I'm going is going to heal the land. I have a purpose. I have a purpose that is going to heal the land. I have a purpose that's going to heal the land. So I got to keep moving. And though people will fall along the way and I will feel hurt and angry and upset, I will never allow that to go into my actions. I will never sit for a whole day to mourn a man that wasn't close to me. That sounds harsh, doesn't it? I won't sit for a whole day to mourn a man that wasn't close to me. But that's true. When is the last time you saw a funeral going down the street, a funeral procession, and you stopped and cried for an entire day for a person, the person who was in the first car in the back? And you cried and you were angry and you were hurt for the entire day because you saw that funeral procession go by. You didn't do it, did you? That sounds like preposterous, right? It sounds preposterous. It does. It sounds crazy, right? You don't do that. George Floyd, I bless you. I bless your family. May your family find peace after mourning. Your loss is a great tragedy. You were taken from us in front of a camera, and your life is going to cause a great movement to happen. I already see it. I'm sorry you're gone. I'm sorry to your family that it was televised for them to watch. Peace be to you and yours. Fleur de lis. That's it right there. Speaking peace to that man. And that's it right there. Now we have work to do. Well, friends, we have work to do. We still have to get our wealth. We still have to get our health. We still have to move forward in our lives and live on this earth. We can't get frustrated. We can't live in fear. We can't live in fear. Any given day, something can happen to any of us. Any of us, no matter what color our skin is. Don't think because it's televised that cops are killing black people that they're not killing their own people, color, no matter what color. It happens. There's white on white crime, there's black on black crime, there's Chinese on Chinese crime, Japanese on Japanese crime, and there's also cross race crime. It's happening all over in every kind of way. It's almost like a free for all. It's almost like a free for all. So don't think that only what you see televised is all that is happening. Do not let the television programming program you. I'm about that life. You need to be programming yourself. When you see things like that, mourn for the moment and move on. If that sounds harsh, let it be harsh. Mourn for the moment and move on. Unless that was your cousin, unless that was your father, brother, unless that was your friend, say peace to him and his family, and move on. And I know it could have been mine. I have a son. I know that that could have been mine. I would be heartbroken if that were mine. I'm heartbroken now. And he was not my son, my father, my brother. I'm heartbroken. But I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on. And not that I'm going to ignore it. That's why I am sitting down with you for this podcast and talking about George Floyd's senseless murder. That's why I'm talking about it. It's important. It should be a conversation. People should be rising up about this. People should be standing up talking about it. People should be taking action against it. Those men should have got fired and even more. They will get their justice. Justice does not have to come through the judicial system. They will get their justice. Believe it. But black people, I'm talking to you, black people. Black people, you got to stand up in your life. You got to get your wealth and your health, and you got to get your purpose in alignment. You got to choose your purpose. What are you going to do about this George Floyd situation? For those of you who are the angriest, what are you going to do about this George Floyd situation? Are you powerless? Then community up. I don't want you to just get together and talk about it. I want you to do something about it. I want you to do something about it. One of the things that I, hmm, I'm going to start that. I'm going to put that campaign out there again. So be looking for some get home safe videos coming from me. I did a few of those back when the Trayvon Martin no, not Trayvon Martin. It was another one where the guy ran from the police and they shot him in the back and they knew he didn't have a gun, but said that they felt threatened that he was running away. I can't remember his name, but I remember it was in St. Louis or it was in Missouri. Um, but I did the Get Home Safe campaign. I started talking about that for just a little bit, for a few videos, and I want to start doing that again. Get Home Safe is going to be the hashtag Get Home Safe, and I'm going to start doing those videos be, because I want you to have a mind that you're going home after this interaction with the police. You're going home. I want you to always keep that in your mind. Whenever I interact with the police, and I have over the years, I think to myself, I am going home today to my house here on this earth. Not home to glory, to my house here on this earth. I am going home at the end of the day. And that is the basis of all my thoughts as I speak to that police officer. As I talk, I think to myself, I am going home today. Is it fair that I have to think that? No, maybe not. But does it matter? No. Intention is everything. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about getting home safe. Those videos will be coming out very, very soon. I want to say once again to George Floyd's family, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for what you're going through. And bless you to find peace as much as you can. And I stand with you. Send me a message. My contact information is on most of my social media. Send me out a message If you want me to help with anything, if I can help spread a message, or if there is anything else that I can do, let me know. I promise you that I will do it. To all of you who are mourning with the family, whether friends or whether looker oners who just makes angry because you have sons and brothers and fathers that you worry about during the day. I want you, I want you guys to pray. Not only to pray, but to take action when inspired, to do something to make changes to this type of situation. One of the things I do is I have talks, and I will have more of those as well. Not only we're going to have the Get Home Safe campaign, but I'm going to have more peace talks. We're going to talk about peace. I like to talk about things and create initiatives and go into those initiatives to make changes. And one of the things is changing the thoughts of a nation. That's what peace talks are about. Changing the thoughts of a nation. Because the way we live first came from our thoughts. The way we live first came from our thoughts. I want us to do better, family. This is my part. I'm going to do my part. And whatever inspiration or initiatives come to me after the Get Home Safe campaign and after the peace talks, I'll do that. If you come to me about something and I feel that it's something that I can do, I'll do it. If it's not something I can do, I'll tell you. I love you, wealth friends. We are going to go this for the rest of 2020 on a journey to wealth and to health. Be looking forward to it. We're going to be talking about so many things on this channel. So subscribe, follow, like, share. Wealth friends, I'm the phenomenal Lauren G. You guys are phenomenal too. We're going to get our wealth and our health in 2020, and we are not going to fear. We are not going to be afraid. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in next week's podcast. Sorry that I was late putting this podcast out for Thursday. It's already Sunday morning, but it's coming. More love to you.